a one SMP, Nina say, ya train, I'm a class na ako break. Or one break or more players are more moko. And son of years I'm from say, or mumbra, I'm about President's Cup no. Engineer bisa fitness, once and some say at the same boys not bad. Or mobile arabo, or munya time at the prepare ye. And now saying, and a coy. Na, and game no eba so yewie no na Asante Kotoko a concede first goal, but first goal no mo concede ye no say no na ginger o mo say ye den 2 goals in 2 minutes papa no mo de atum na seraf na me bisa Amy any Greater Accra bosses no mo promise on my house players na say
some can go. They promise a goal to 1,000.
No, I'm say 2 goals.
Has. I say 1,000 now.
I love officer Ada. My crab be bad. Opam Joe. I won't go now, branch in the shed. Or just sure say, yeah. It be a good promise in general. Ombitiana.
Okay, so I know persuasion.
Or say, go be a house, but she not pa house.
Your house good. So shall you go? Who shall one you go?
Or say, yes, go be a bishopia.
I'm so shall one you go when she go. Opponent and Nash, young as a house. Okay, it is a goal that belongs to your opponent, so the opponent have scored.
Okay, and no has no said just a goal near $2,000.
It's a Greater Accra region is like 1,000 million.
And I could no say 2 goals, you will need $400.
In free Nipacro, into can be beer and found. In free Nipacro, say the same person, I promise you, we say no promise you, they have different sources.
Okay,
there's no only say. My country said next time they should know football.
Sure.
So we wait match no one win.
No one win it.
But we will hold them to give them the money because Omo can go. Next time one can say when you win each goal.
You winning bonus.
No, you're winning bonus. When you score, when you each goal will be
okay.
We attracting this amount. Now say when we need as I go into this caveat never show. But we don't say go be and go nearby into say omo Jesus can I don't want them.
Yes, into Asante Kotoko a concede first goal. Hamza Isa and that unpardonable mistake. Kamara no opia ball no to atenem. Na second half no Esa says Asante Kotoko muku Didi you said then omo mo charges and 2 goals in 2 minutes. Na on go back credit yadom up and ball na say and a kwampoku and so the back to my Kotoko winning game no by 2 goals to 1. Now after the game and a coach Didi Dramani SA he was very impressed and satisfied with the performance ni team no edane din na wo fans no boss say Niaman kiti bi ena ewo team num obeye before the season starts and they will perform. Didi Dramani.
I think it's part of the industry at a time when we're controlling and then we lost a key player and then it was difficult to reshuffle and then they took the chance clearly, so you have to acknowledge that. I think the injury maybe was a force majeure and then also serve as the right purpose to have more players having a chance to play, and then we are in a progressive process, and so we expect that anyone who has the opportunity can do it. But I'm very, very impressed with the composition and the executions.
Are you satisfied with the current team that you have that played against Kumasi Asante Kotoko?
I think there's a lot. It's early days yet. There's a lot to put in. There's a lot that we have done. There's a lot that we'll put in, and I believe that we'll get there. With this crop of players, with some small adjustments, we should be there.
Did you miss the services of Benjamin Asari in post today?
Oh, I think that every player is very, very important. He's the number one. He's a national team goalkeeper, and so we wish to have everyone. But I think that Swaib, gave a very good account of himself.
Now, before I let you go, a word for your fans.
Love them so much. We love them for coming, and I think that we want to see more of this. We'll come out with very good performances. We'll come out with very good energy and effort. I think that we were all satisfied with what they did.
Yes, coach Masoud Didi Dramani, head coach at the Mahatsefuk Nensem no after say o lose 2-1 to Asante Kotoko our President's Cup no na the winner Karim Zito Asante Kotoko head coach and no so the nsem to just say plan we do omo fire na che omo per league amfa FA Cup no mutimegi na game we do omo ko mu say omo ko je trophy no.
The plan is to come to win. Before a game, you have to ask you what do you need in that game. So when I sat down, I saw that no, we should go for the second cup this year because we had wanted to go in for the league and we couldn't. So now let's pacify our supporters with the President Cup. And remember, this is the second time I won the President Cup with Kotoko against us. So it was mentality. You saw the way we came into the second half. It was far better than the first half, and I'm very happy that we won. Everybody wants to win. The moment the win comes, we don't feel anything apart from happiness. We are all happy, and I'm very happy that my supporters too are happy. So we are here to make them happy, and still are able to make them happy. I'm okay. Happiness came through no other team than Accra as a fool. So we are very, very happy.
Now tell us the way forward. What do you have to say to your fans?
I think I introduced some few players I recruited, and then we qualify for Africa. So we are going to start preparing for Africa. Very soon we'll go to South Africa. From there we'll start planning. But I think we'll play the champion of champions before that. So it's all in part of preparation.
When so coach Karim Zito after so winning President's Cup no so nsema audituda na kwampoku ene share winning goal na de ma Asante Kotoko oni Peter Amidu akọ mu nyina nso ekasa after the game.
Me the pa say etimedi nkunim pa me the because the na ye hwehwa na ye nya no me the pa me the no na ye wo mu na se e ba we ne match no ye fifie ba ye preparation na ye de anse e ba we na nyame adom so ye timi awe ne match no.
The game was very, very tough game. Like we didn't start well, but later part in the game we came in. That's how come we had the second goal as well. We are very, very happy for ourselves, for our technical team, the new players, and then to the Asante Kotoko supporters. So I say this is just a stepping stone for all of us. We're looking forward. We will try to win as much as possible. We try to win every cup that comes our way.
Yes, into where Asante Kotoko players ni me no kwampoku and Peter Amidu akọ monso nsema omode atu dwa na that ball no Pepe achechim e the videos any bibia aba abonchen tie Alex Cotti referee's manager ono nso ne comment on hateful goal na referee no edina no enie.
We want to look at the position of the attacker at the time of the kick. So if at the time of the kick the attacker was like you people you normally use the word a shade ahead, and in judging offside the law says that you use any part of the body with the exception of the hand, and so the leg, the head, the body, any part of the body with the exception of the hand. That is what we use in judging offside. If a small part of the leg is ahead of the defender, yesterday's game, if you watch the game carefully, a lot of people were saying that the kicker, the guy the attacker who last kicked the ball was not in an offside position. But if you watch the game critically, you will realize that just the leg, part of the leg was a little ahead of the defender. You understand? And so if an assistant referee is able to pick such an incident, we must give credit to that assistant referee. That is how it is. Because that incident should have been a VAR, interference. So for an assistant referee to pick it, we give credit.
Yes, in the way referee's manager Alex Cotti and on also in Sema or the two game no a whole 7 year maybe sir. Hands of folk and what happened? Omo dominate first half no. Then na second half no as a game need your monsem. Injury be by enuntia. Ana then na Kotoko so ni ye. Enunti e mo mutimi e wini game no from a go down. Omo be say 2-1 e the winning game no. The President's Cup. How did it go? Pepe, mama say am na was you.
I'm sorry that say my yengura game na nkase.
Yes.
I'm say ho no man dey ayi bebrebe. Yengura game.
Yes.
Now first of all, Kabiru, if you can give me any video showing the attendance, depict attendance, I will love it. Mame enkase ball no enguye nipa interest in ball no enyirae. I always tell you say you nipa bebrebe a onam fichire ba bi na nkora bobo no wagina na ohwebi. So enkofo interest in our local game engu it is not dead. Nemum the organizers have a responsibility to sell the game as a marketer. Don't think that anyone said China Kotoko match inti as will be sort of there must be a certain deliberate attempt to market the game, to sell the game to people, to let people know why they should stop doing every other thing and then patronize games. But that is one thing that we are not doing. But when we say anytime be our effort in trying to market a game biano, we get the numbers. Anytime. Chef Cup, Kotoko golden cake. Ordinarily, how many people that go golden cake? The FA has a responsibility, the organizers of the league and the clubs themselves. Esa Kotoko etimi a huge budget.
Yes.
To promote their home games. Huge budget to sell the game to people. Because some spend 100,000 Ghana cedis on promotion. Near you know 1 million Ghana cedis far better than say one spend now 30,000. A simple mathematics.
Sure.
And the clubs ought to start so much Nyoma a stadium. I can tell you sir one Shatawale air full stage, you know. Now shut the euphoria and was stadium.
Wow.
They did not come because of Shatawale per se, but they came in early and Shatawale entertained them to a beautiful stadium more and upon 11. Even though the game was pushed to 5 and fun because Koku Smoke have perform, we have a perform it. Abuja UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid, Liverpool,
yeah.
When I say Champions League, don't go to be attracted to the stadium. But they are looking at the time how they was stadium more and entertainment packages, how the stadium is safe. All those things must come to play.
Sure.
And that is the first point I want to make about Osha crowd we pubs. This is the time I need young kiki of Kotoko.
Wow.
This is the time
I'm school for be no uniforms.
Okay, sir. We are time I could go ahead and warm up. So when you said you know, sometimes football there. Ambience and said the environment account of football
sure.
Yamo onum abasu they did very good yabo gaka for us.
Yes sir.
Didi Dramani. I wanted Didi to speak to certain tactics, but he gave a general overview and that's the question he was in general kai. Minya shows a game we post match by some cushions and trophy inside. I'm saying we don't want. Yes, me a shows and trophy because the dominance of the House of Folk team in the first half. Wow. How has a strategic game a penny Kotoko has a creative 5 chances now Kotoko and creative 1.
Yes.
Has creative 5 chances now Kotoko creative 1. And coach say he came with a certain plan. As of one why basic next abri abobo you be abri na one for team sheet mabonte. House of Folk I'm publishing a team sheet or they bobo. A basis abri now
yes sir.
Has a strategic game now. They were playing through the middle because coach no ball Kwesi Asma. And no ball Hussein. Obo one other midfielder, Collins if you bench by Raphael and Posa started. And or did Mauli Wayu to start a game our middle on. Now Kotoko only 2 midfielders.
Now has about 5.
Emma Omunya the control he wanted in the middle. And so House of Folk started building through the middle and the next pass about Mauli Wayu. No question say injury about to Mauli Wayu. And then I say has born an Omobunina because for the 30-something minutes he was on the field. Now I had a thorn in the flesh of Asante Kotoko defenders. Maluayo was my best player at the time and not all freak board. He plays so well. And first half will belong to House of Folk. Shut my miss our chance now. Cross and by now. you did it coping yeah expanded that for engineer. Yes, sometimes the players in the front is any starting to raffles and Ghanaian players was a problem. No, here. Look at this teasing cross. When a player you don't have the height. If you are control the ball on his chest, you are likely to get a penalty. You are likely to get somebody sent off. Because go to centre backs and a goalkeeper Obeba Seneca challenge and he decided to say on Nitira Pembo. Now Jimono and oh, that Vinny Assassin. And this was one chance. I'm meant target but cross locatino in between the Kotoko on the in between the Kotoko centre backs and across and locatino. If he had taken the ball on his chest,
yes,
only goalkeeper Kamara has started moving, and you can just slot the ball past him until Anyawe has kept piling the pressure on Kotoko. They've got that goal from that mistake. Goalkeeper Kamara, Emma Bono, Ekotatrim. After that goal, in fact, before the goal, no, Bobby Kamara torn over chill from who was that video as well. Before the goal, Kamara had to come out quickly to gather one ball. And has for no rumpa and can use to be a criti problem. Ediama Asantego. So the first half of the Mzapi, nay total dominance from Accra.
How did Kotoko recover? A injury no going to Maluwa, you know, na Karim Zito didn't team no see a BB special.
Karim Zito shot himself in the foot with the starting 11, but quickly recovered.
Okay. By
ensuring the right thing was done. Kotoko started game no with Kamara imposed. Lord Amoa, Francis Aqua, faster is to Francis Aqua when you are baby discussing. And was started Samba Zakaria, or we the defense. Hold him further no what you said.
Yeah.
And a ball Abrantali Didi Emmanuel. So on about 2 midfielders. Yadika catches a house in your dominance our middle because we bought 3 midfielders and only 2 wingers account when you're 5.
Yeah.
Kotoko Ebo Kwame Poku as the number 9. Abetamo Ejanechi as the auxiliary striker. Right side Ekoye Patrick Esidu also for Asteres in the tour.
Okay.
And I left Ekoye Amidu Aqua of Japani. Kotoko say Zito line up because baby or they clearly not yet papa
what was he looking for?
I don't know throughout the week me can say as a coach, you know, I say practically you go fighting for position up front 11 or 7, but I don't know got better players there than him. And I know my trainer so a better chair Francis Aqua, my own Francis Aqua. Last season league near boy, no? The best left back in the league, Patrick Esidu, by distance. Ghana Premier League near ball last season, no? The best left back in the league, Patrick Esidu. Yes, Kotoko Enya, another very good left back in Aqua.
Yeah.
But for my money, there's no way Aqua ever bench Patrick Esidu that. Patrick Esidu born born the Blasters no why backup option me and sound. Omo edom to stand by lesson 3 times.
Yeah.
None omo ko UK so omo Jevisa man. I will not change that player from the position. No. Coach did not come up front. And or left footed but no operative from the right side. No a negative in the game. Negative. Me for blame the man in any position no myself no go jina. And I affected Kotoko because only 2 midfielders. Has 3 natural midfielders and 2 wingers. Yeah. So has outnumbered Kotoko. It is the reason first half it was dominated by Hasifuk.
Yeah.
But coach rectify situation in term. It first half Wamanan could have and we Patrick Esidu.
Yeah.
And what they Ubejobai. Now Kotoko and 3 natural midfielders.
Yes.
And or they Abetamwa a 3 number 10 and Obon. Ebejina wings. And a Pitamidu elbow wins. After the Kotone has in terms of the middle. Obia 3 natural midfielders, 2 wingers. When the 2 wingers Ebeka midfield, when I have 5. And I could block a house or my channels no created through the middle of the
Okay.
Now let's go to the second half. Now, I am a coach. The explanation about it was a forced merger. They were forced to make such substitution because On says she be mutim there. I was saying, you never free my last week to be mistake. Woman, be mistake. Coach kind of the penny. No, cause I'm there, Eddie Carmani, coach any. To me, checks are confirmed our branch, a picky injury. And yes, the time he was on the field, even though he had made committed 2 mistakes, now a better than a bra. I'm going to develop one for a buy. I feel you're going to minimum, say, or says be free. Muna say attackers na fan say FD obi anyina obi. And she sa run na amidu akwa ya okọ cross ball ma Konadu Yado my head shot on net. He took on about 4 players of Hachifoku. Some Akacho said the most daring winger in our league. Yes, our boy, no.
Yeah.
Nanipan can kuri Muraf. When some under 20 the buy na young qualified. The new under 20 no more building or come. Na no efe panyi bi busat na we no ni grim na ya ezo munim no we dia busa panyi o Kotoko royal so Kotoko o munim no say new black satellite no more build ono na ye attack no na jibi agina no so but na no ya 2-3 months ago ye call under 20 of go Yoma Varango bi or more dreams or more vision or more be a team or Kotoko enti ne runs na busa panya no de
yeah
has to folk almost second goal come from so consider second goal no esa cruel defenders rankasa but mame more abetamo abaso 9 out of 10 Ghanaian players would have gone for goal from that angle.
Yes,
but he decided to cut back to Kwampoku.
Was earlier no a missed chance be
yeah chance ne Emmanuel Ntwi say no free kick na ko hit ba no and abeto no.
What was the Hatchful goalkeeper waiting for? How would you know about no go pull?
So we was a penny you can see discuss here as a branch is had never told a spotlight na so ne level do bit my
go na wa ball na mana kwahye
do bit my no
sir
wono na mre bi mediama for no ball free kick okote wo na chi o mpese ball be no makasa na has for bi so na me kumpepe na goalkeeper na so has ni na si goalkeeper we goalkeeper mo pa me de ense nyamasem but me de me ense njoni maka ho asem has ehia a top notch goalkeeper abetra goalkeeper na chi enra ebra confirmed. Near say Asare at Twitch. We share has folk boys not the very best or say good luck guys. I who so mobile. It gave us Antoko boys, a certain psychological edge. Tell the place all right. Now Kotoko for your chance bia. No more issue too because my dream as your team say goalie no dem no. Onyade Sherry Shai be nyade tu shoot a ubetimashe. This is the free kick now and Emmanuel Ntwi took it very well.
Yes.
But who's a distance won pao? Distance goalkeeper na so kopim po no kra. Distance wo ma as a goalie with 2 steps e cover. But me see and discussing Sherry obi anim say onye the standard has a goalkeeper
wow.
Because difference between Asare ne keeper area was about say emu wapa
and I was a no ben side no crowd and baby I know you know push no
one sense so crown could do one time bonus emu wapa na entry boy here but one more short straight shot to zo pejai eti ball na come hit na
one a ball pro and as a bar
as a ball
as a joint
no eti asabato abet no eniu and abet edge man for ball na antoatem no
wow
eti later Kotoko abetamo as assist no yema Kwampoku de so pay super cut back at the man me bi kai say me betra no mania break pan go say and 2 players ni empam ba ko and o pass mo players o mo together for 3-4 matches me see kromiam premier ni pebin for man pam players awo abetamo no na nebo uza Kwampoku buy na no corner team o finish team buy no be play and what transfer me see about 8 games about 2 matches together obi so one pass ball ntino yama ba konko share the understanding between the two super and omo this ball no eto atem I think that o check everything game no na but me blame has folk coach he did not recover in the second half after say Didi mom recover no na Didi ebe hu yo sorry Zito be chief vimvi no gina ho and na Kotoko mom started say omo operate from the wings because our winger in Peter Midu Akwa, who is a very good winger, or winger in or the Abetamo Abebo 7 to a winger so Kotoko now and neutralize the middle. And you shoot the width or you shoot wing play. Hearts of Oak did not respond. They still kept trying to pass through the middle. And I want not to Abe cover because Ube Jawaba Emmanuel had a very good game. Because you said, oh, Omatum Vinim. I want Didi. Anya, but I will not blame Didi. I will not blame anybody. The first game near Obzapeni, players, I think Didi needed a match like this to really do an assessment of players. You know, Yakawa has even here a typical right full back. I'll be attacking the flanks. The amount to say the na Lord Amwa Kotoko. You need that. Has he be? It clearly coach and everyone maybe as well. I am the son of Jitum say a very good exercise. Adama on him ranch and as a coach and him ranching in and Abzapenny. My main fan to just say, even though has lost, may almost bob beyond my expectation.
Okay.
I'm bob beyond my expectation.
No wonder did he say or you're highly impressed with the performance of
yes, and who Kunja. Boys him said they are using this to make a claim as Omoka has a Ghanaian player as above the limit.
Yeah.
We should be the norm. As I know Martin said the piano, you punch above the obet my but but I know I mean spirited has a folk team. Yes, Kotoko wanted it more. The reason Kotoko won is that as they wanted it more. And as Ante Kotoko
lose league nana.
Oh, there be and there say we don't just substitute for league, you know. And our coach go lose league no GFA Cup. FA Cup no mudru and they Kotoko Africa. President's Cup here, same fanti. And when lose league need to has. Seke maybe a has share to G League. Now was Shanaje President's Cup. It coach analogy na no be man said and tia here. But Nijeba Makacho say and somebody will be Yana Yakanti untimi mfa President's Cup. There's no Kotoko supporter. He will be pacified by the fact that we lost the league but he had the President's Cup. No. Rather FA Cup no. Yeah, they Kotoko Africa bet me a pacify supporters and kakra than how they go say the President's Cup. They did well. Kotoko won officiating medical beka referee no sa ball na Timi J offside editia no Peter Hamidu Akwa say player kura na ball no watching ball no dey ba I had a problem with it and later we recover. I think that it was a good game. The supporters did very well, the organizers did very well. We only expect that two teams be improve standard we are no about nyentwa I'm peer we no good to be the phone will be a good tiano twam Kotoko has no we has had any now the kwechiri ye bobo no ye are na ye hu the obo no clearly has folks still we need a striker asemi yaka buzua
yeah
I hear bedru ba bien kabiem has a striker has a striker chances na kwampo kurumbe ti ma hye no bia Ujama has attackers no intervention. They need a clinical forward to lead the lines. Now Omonhwe kwan be faso a ombetimi at the ball at what. But I was impressed with Hearts of Oak team no. For Kotoko, new players, they did well. We'll come there and analyze that.
Okay. Serve. Enra game nankasa. Eko saying Dana has a year a man having taken the lead. Afi omo ebe lose game no. Kotoko were down. Omutimi recover by. How did they go? How did they do it?
People, okay, darling Ken.
Ken, you know,
Charlie.
If you are you,
this is serious.
You know, hard drink.
My very
an immigration officer from Friday.
Obi friend is on Shannon Jiska and says that time.
You know him.
Picture
when he was at SHS, stadium.
This is getting serious.
Kotoko supporter. Immigration officer.
I saw it in the morning. Friday the pictures on social media.
Oh, Charlie.
You can.
Immigration officer.
Up to now.
Till today, so wow, darling Ken.
Wow.
Pomojina, we did the nearest police station. I'm told that the police are working to find him because he's an immigration officer in there. And it's a very sad day. I'm midday, you know. I saw some way party. Darling can pay your baby. Baby, I will be able to baby. Yes, so Adaroma now. I'm a police for Aswanti because this is heartbreaking.
Wow.
Very. Or poor penny pa.
Oh,
darling, no, free, darling, quadam penina. From morning past, I hope so. Eventually, the man is now, Andra, one, let me say that game no, this is a classical hard Kotoko game. But yehunu a game a chile say errors na errors pa kase mistakes are pass ayebo pass neko ha yebo pass neko it was yes full of errors, but still you could see two teams ball a competitive game. Now, and even though the quality of the game no any way up there, but at least so level of competition, you know. I was right. Me can't the about see assembly. What means a game no when you go home. Tiani Kajo says you both games of convenience. You both games as a not so much at stake as a result. You nim the aye. You nim said the idea and also different. When you are watching a game, you feel said the two clubs need to compete. Even though quality in misro mistakes be brave, but at least you soon will enjoy the games. Until the end, two league organizers and say ensure that the game will be played competitively. So games near competitive. So quality nimpo from one. Oh sha. You know, say the two teams are trying. In TV or Bebogia, no, they are common opponent. Now, honestly, no, or passing, or boom, and to be those errors because a typical Ghanaian gamer a work from. But at least you see a certain level of competition enough. Oh yeah. Then you go and ask why we say the league organizers are lazy. And deserve to say they are so lazy, right? From MTN FA Cup to the President's Cup, so we put in a little effort. Now we market any rocket science. Any group of committed people can do this. Any group, and untina. Organize music Baba Yara Stadium ne hwa man music kotonyom kwa ne ho nyina ayema. No, a small level of effort put in can bring out some level. But ye league omoto na saram obi amfa ho ni eno anse ahye match day yes we nkobo ni akwa tan sa. Once again, let me commend GH1 TV coverage for the first time. Like you don't struggle to watch it. You could see people were quite upset. Say at least MTFA Cup no TV3 in the China. Now you see the two. What you say the level no I was so say equip your local you say near the content anymore. Yes, I mean they would have to bid to show there, but Yensan have it in mind say so the bema emobiadi but no ha no mo ebe ya ade na sa ade ene equip those with the capacity no mo ye mane ya and people you realize that people amanfo ani the coverage, and so kudos to them for that. I think the organization that was quite good. The pitch looked good. In terms of a game no flow come on and basa tantanta, the pitch look quite decent and also my game no a flow here. I feel over game nankasa. We saw two teams they are not at their prime any show game. Ultimately say na errors no door soon and all that, but understandable because mobile will be entering more than 1 week crowd no more game. So understandable. New players room. Now Yemrani Yemfa Accra Hearts of Folk. Now given time and resources. Didi betimi aye adwuma wa Accra Hearts of Folk. Yesterday this will be on person obey.
Then nti
Endra we saw one yes no Accra how many changes in the Bemu the team no how many new players in the game no. There was no new player in the Accra Hearts of Folk team. And you saw a certain level of consistency. Didi as a coach realizes say and ABI because ABI
players no had to consider anymore. So also play but
on maintaining a certain level of core or consistency in the team, you know, or man bred to show say team as a ya boka crack, then the Charlie what's the name of that? Guy no you from Macedonia. So he errors pay free in the game wow. Arguably a local scene in the a bad thing to have a player so apart from errors in any two over confidence and money yet some blunders be at Ogumkaze Onimsa in the game, you know, or you tuition to a day. So, he's arguably one of our
be fair. No passage now.
Oh, yeah,
across the floor.
The relevant things new year. I think affected. No, idea they can work on it. It's something that it could be psychological. No, and I say, you know, the level of you are the better back. No, and so now if we cry my year, you know, or working on that aspect of the game, new year, or a fantastic player. Now, in every department of the Accra Hearts of Folk team, I say that all that is left. And he said has added some level of quality to the team and provided competition. And what's a Hamza is a competition. So no, and what's a competition must come in the middle. The creative department of Accra Hearts of Folk was a competition kakraba on mo. In the defense, there was a competition kakraba on mo. And what's a Benjamin Asari so any level of competition so I be just a Benjamin and available and sana with them. In general, Kotoko for realizes I call Mummy and Corus because near Benjamin Asaria and can some of the attacks near you know they would come back because near Bobby and I debate me. So provide competition. A bit driving high level of performance and Didi emphasize because Endra along the line the Theophilus Collins in Bemu you could see say player be Bemu now seems also quality no was right among a certain level of Kakari came in late also Bemu among a certain level of assurance say me the offering bench by equally good or better than even the original and only idea a driving team performance into one working on Saturday. Idea about coming and said Didi I admit to say a crowd of folk one say I realized that he wanted to make a good mark right from the start. Now, Didi Abanimu.
Yeah.
And I mean, for a psychologist, you should know that when you start well, a man for any genius from Kumo and Koya in Akwe, that is one thing that Didi. And so, in this particular game, while I'm finding a friendly crowd, or realizes that we are crack Kotoko has Kotoko match. Usa see ye now near good starter. A very positive confidence. I'm a man for any GDS from Kumo, and I saw that even though a losing game, you know, but it's for me or making a very good mark with the team and the way they played. Having said that, Ejuma Kakra has team name.
Okay, and say
defensive coordination. Ejuma Kakra Toda. Omutimi kika boswana come create opening pa na Kotoko ya man so exploit some of the openings are has of defense ni create ya can be a big challenge. At times lack of coordination at them ending so say Benjamin Asari na da man ka on say at least the clout in organization in your maybe a kubeti me but I a bit of lack of coordination kakra I want to share go now on my cut back my ibo say na Kwampoku say any even the Okopem
no say defender na clear ball in the ball
eti no the organization at the back positioning any the fact that I have to be here so that thing it's about how a coach a certain level of understanding about defender no one say madwumanie yes say this is what I do yes say this is what you do sa coordination say ye kasa ye ho no it has to be there. And then again in the middle I saw in Fifi and because maybe a mistake now you caught two has a take midfield early. And because maybe I see a do experiment and maybe at times don't overdo things. Football has a language, speak it, you're free. But Anonoma has a hold of the middle. If at that point in time, say, has your mind in some utilize it, because mind you, typically, Emmanuel, who play on friends, no, Emmanuel Entry, but in terms of say. He doesn't give you a lot so much when it's about aggressive defending and all that.
Under pressure.
To create from yes, he wants to do that. You don't get that aspect of him. It's a very dirty player, but.
Tackle winning
balls. No, distribution. So it's something that Kotoko would have to work on. But Accra House of Folk, for me in the middle, me a quality midfielder bakwa. Na any one so no provide some competition and from na Zito so.
Okay.
Zito knows. In fact, Zito the human know our one day or the at least one work with the team about 10 matches. Into one day he has fair knowledge of the players in India. We introduce three new players in the start year.
Yeah.
Set. About set no.
Zakaria.
No about Zakaria.
Francis Akwa.
No about Francis Akwa.
Yeah.
All of them at least Obia show a certain level of quality.
Okay.
Akwa no. In fact, at the letter I said, no, I do not so I because I see you na neighbor. I know so no Obera be provide very good competition the ama I said even though I see you two a beyeding. But no should not because I realize that maybe no year samba no. When or I say oh we mu me enu kra betimi aba we mu betimi aba any e wo no uye good ma me mpe Bibi Fama on your boy, so if a Sedo is good at left back, maintain him, because on also see a role our perfect trying to move players around. Say the bear at time maybe at our person who create some like mortar system. Because why they be opinion? Let them do the basic things on football. It brings results. And Fusaini the end there. No. I'm saying one of the experienced central defenders in the system. Into one make one age and almost 20. Hey, if you committee for saying ya cho.
Yeah, wa watch pa.
Wa boy. I'm not say ya cho for saying
Spain about.
Any wa watch but we very expensive how with him a blow samba who Kotoko is covered.
Samba no dey wo.
So when you roll now so say dey ko gina you ma ko be say yeah he's good.
Wow.
In fact no apart from this the basic defending no or intelligence. In fact,
captain Samba no nya boy no cry is fight
the whole situation be dangerous or ye foul be or ye foul be tim say akwane ready say ball no tra no ball no copy o nim say ase into or ye very smart and intelligent no so no but again even the person as a defender na man at times say no person or then call and in one because on your defender on you're comfortable with them or you're very comfortable so he gives you additional set no ball no na or lose you a lot of balls
set could you
or lose you a lot of balls but they're good but there's something about midfield role do the basic things. Don't overly express yourself on the ball. Williams, everyone may take man because say you jibbo different in some penny are dangerous. And to do you near the basic things of football. Na kamara there. Once again, Kumasi has got to ensure that the keeper no makwa go far or you're equally good enough They said the Frederick Asari or no. Say, because Camara would give you this moment. Yen Kabio, Camara, some moment we. We yet day season.
You go now or done, Seraph. So why you mistake be say ya? And when the game no be in a frame, and now the next game is a tranche.
At the highest level of football, every single mistake be a baby will be punished. Yen Kasa Nibio. So Kotoko, I know so Mbeko Africa. Sir, gifts.
Omo Africa, yes, or my
and to my being Sadia. It does obey working on him. I'm a Sadia no act back. Hey. Wouldn't enter Chelsea for and you're comfortable with Sanchez. Sanchez is good. On a good day, let's say Barunin or Babo never could be a man opponent. I'm opponent of Babo as into a committee. 5 errors leading to go. Where how many errors? Camara last season. When we started M3.
Lions
and about then or no clear boy come opponent or the
Lions and the nations Marco fan.
It would wake up why 9 4 Sanchez I have 5 Sanchez all season last or 5 Chelsea fans per new goalkeeper. I'm call AC Milan minor no amfa no yen kase for a goalkeeper error bia wo be bia no e punishable. Striker betimi aye error yen punish no midfielder betimi aye error but who goalkeeper there wo ya ese until work on him and I've realized one the area ability enye keeper power or height senkabon ye bofa wie man kan say obi akra na adwen so okocheleje but ni reading because area ability na nyesa wo yetenten kwa but you should be able to read and type sadia no emfa ye enko ye ma no omo work on anya sadia omo ensure said the omo second keeper is as equally good because when man 1-2 per so they must work on these ones but apart from that overall media what I would hint on again is a day in a league organizers free agronim say agronim mui ni penny jebo say most say ye na mu ye ni ya people would follow it but the man imagine say mo jade na bedroom Black Stars games am many people studio to studio running and calling for people to watch game no say mo pay attention to it game na ni mo nyam enter form
okay
people will still love what we see but
Pepe messa about so nanka me the sports minister